Good morning to everyone out there listening and watching at this time. It's another beautiful, beautiful Saturday in the life of mankind. And we on Bold TV, beautiful, outstanding ladies with disabilities television, are once again on your Facebook and YouTube channel with another interesting episode of the program. Beautiful, outstanding ladies with disabilities. Today, I am your host, and it is a lifestyle episode. This is where we talk about, fun stuff about women with disabilities. Watch out for today's topic. It's going to hit you very, very soon. Not before my ladies introduce themselves. I'm not always alone. None of us is always working alone. We are always with each other. And so I'll be giving them the privilege to introduce themselves after me. My name is Oluwatomisi Adeyefa, a broadcast journalist, a sound engineer, a gender and disability rights advocate. I reside in Abeokuta, the capital of Ogun State. I'm a visually impaired person, and it feels really, really good to be with you this morning.
Okay, good morning, beautiful people. It's good to be here once again. My name is Afioletum. I am a medical lab scientist based in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. I use a wheelchair from spinal cord injury, and I'm a member of Bold Hearts Initiative.
Thank you very much. I remain Osaki Teresa Georgie, reside in Port Harcourt, River State, work with Feke Foundation, member of Bold Hearts Initiative, disability rights advocate, polio warrior. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Frankie Andrew Essien, based in Port Harcourt in River State, Feke Foundation, a member of Bold Hearts Initiative, and I use a wheelchair from spinal cord injury. Welcome to today's show. Thank you.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. My name is Constance Onyemechi, founder and executive director, Women and Girls with Albinism Network. I'm a young woman with albinism, a member of Bold Hearts Network, and I reside in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. And it's good to be here again. Thank you.
Good morning, distinguished people. I'm Miss Kelechi Uhego. I'm a lab scientist, a makeup artist, a media personality, and a disability rights advocate. I'm glad to be here with you. With you all, yeah?
Thank you for coming on the program once again. Bold TV brings to you today the topic, me and my back. I'm sure you're wondering, me. Is it me? Tomisi? No. I'm talking about you, me, I, we, and our bag. Our bag, comes in different sizes, comes in different shapes, comes in different variety. Whichever one you choose to carry is peculiar to you as a fashionista and as a woman. Whether you choose to carry just a purse or you choose to carry a very big, large bag, it's just peculiar to your dress sense and your style as a woman. And it feels good to talk about this topic because, this topic brought back memories that a lot of us as women with disabilities, do we actually consider our bags when we are dressing up, or we see it as a burden rather than a fashion statement? Let's find out from the ladies in the house today. While I'll ask the question, let's have a general overview of the importance of bags generally. Now, as an individual, what are bags used for? What are they useful for? And I'll start this time out with Osaki. Just give me one usefulness, one importance of a bag, and let's go around like that. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Tomisi. One importance of a bag is the fashion sense. Like it has to complete the ladies' dressing. Like my dressing, though my bag is not big, very small most times. It's complete my dressing sense. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that one. You just had to add that your bag is very small. Frankie, one usefulness of a bag. I mean, why would you dress up and carry a bag as an individual, as a woman?
Okay, so for me, a bag carries your essentials, because it would be weird if you're walking on the road and then in your hands you're carrying everything. So a bag will contain essentials. That's for me. For some people, their bag is like traveling bag that contains non-essentials. But for me, it should contain your basics, your that stuff that you need per time that you want in a place that, you know, it's just convenient. So it's an essential, convenient container to put your belongings as you move out. So that's what I would say. Those that carry their own as a, you know, that maybe the orange that they ate last week, the peel still there. Not say much.
All right, then. A bag contains essentials. You know, women, we have a lot of things that we cannot do without on a daily basis. Even men carry essentials. If you're a student, you're a corporate person, you're a business person, definitely you will have your daily essentials. And so you have to put them in a container, which is a bag. All right, thank you very much for that one, Frankie. Constance, one usefulness of a bag. Why do you think a bag is important?
I think they have said what I want to say. It's a container, it carries your essentials. So for me, my bag is function over fashion, because I always move around with my backpack. That is more like my mobile office. So it's not for aesthetics. So it carries my work. I carry my office in my bag.
Thank you very much. I think the three of you who just spoke, I've also spoken to my second question of what kind of bag do you love to carry. For instance, although Osaki has not told us what is inside that small bag, but I mean, for Frankie, we know that it will be quite a small bag that will just contain essentials. And for you, it's your bag, what is it now? Backpack. Oh, backpack. Okay, so more like the school bag or the sling bag that we always see on the shoulder, probably on the two shoulders or just one shoulder, depending on, you know, your comfortability. And you say you carry your office in your bag. It means your laptop, your phone, your charger, your whatever it is you'll be needing, book, pen, would be in the bag. So, Kelechi, maybe you can just answer the two questions all together. Why is a bag important? And if you do carry one as a woman with disability, what can we find in it?
Okay, for me, my bag is a home away from home, so that if I'm stranded, I have everything I need at least for a day. So it carries, like, I love transparent bags, especially, like, I just have one that is nice and it goes with every kind of clothes I wear. So in my bag, the essentials are the hand sanitizer, my lip balm, a small perfume, my power bank. Then of course I carry is it called intimate wipes? You know, then the wipes. I also have a small umbrella and a neck rest, a foldable neck rest. My umbrella is really small. Everything I carry is really small, so they have to just fit in. Then of course my flask for water, my sunshades, and my recommended glasses. And
your kind of glass will be very big, I must confess.
My what?
Your kind of bag would be medium or big?
A medium, because I get the smallest of size of all of these things. Remember, it's just for a day, like something that would help me, you know, move on. Like I have a neck rest. It's really very small, so I have to pump in air. I pump air into it whenever I want to use it. So it's really, really foldable. Then, of course, my umbrella is very small. My water flask is also very small. What?
Okay. Any other thing?
Well, of course, my small hand fan. my nose mask, my hand fan is also very small. Just I don't want to show you. If I show you, you get what I mean. Very foldable, like as small as possible. Like a small hole when you when you join your index finger and your thumb.
Okay.
So yes, that's how small the hand fan is. And of course, your face towel, nose mask.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Can't remember everything, but
Kelechi, for letting us into your bag, which is quite a big bag. I mean, in contrast to Anosaki, who does not like load and who thinks that people help her carry her bag, and so it would be unfair for her to carry a very big bag and burden others with her bag. Afyong, importance of a bag, a general overview, and tell us one that is peculiar to you when you carry a bag.
Like I said, when before we came on the program, me and bags. For me, bags, are purely functional. Just a receptacle for whatever I think, especially if I'm going out. If I'm leaving my house, I usually, the bag is just to carry the essentials I will need on my way out. So a bag, for some people, it's, a fashion statement. There may be little or nothing in the bag, but as long as it goes with their outfits or, other accessories, that's what a bag is. For some other people, it's just a receptacle for all the things, whatever they will need. And for some people, it serves as a garbage truck, dumpster truck, for all the mede they will chew on the road and they put it there and forget about it the following year. I usually have like two. The handbag where, my phone and, if I have books or whatever is inside. And then I carry a tote bag, like this bag you get when you go shopping or something. I carry a tote bag where my self-care items are in. I don't put those in my handbag. So self-care items, catheter, things like that go in there. Those ones are separate so that when I get to, maybe if I'm going to work, when I get to work, that bag, my handbag can stay. And then I carry this other bag whenever I need to maybe go to the toilet or something. So that's usually for me, two different bags for different purposes.
Occasions. Okay, thank you very much.
Let me create the picture for you, yeah? So when you're speaking about bags, yeah, for a lot of people, they think of aesthetics. So we think of the handbag. But for many people, like Afyong has explained, sometimes depending on what you're going out for or where you are going to, on a daily, we may not carry big bags. But for example, if you look on most persons who use a wheelchair, there is a bag still attached to that wheelchair where we can dump where we can keep some things. So for example, on my chair, under my chair, there is a bag. And inside that bag, there are other things. There's my spanner, there are things to tighten the chair, and other things like that. They come, things that are handy. So a lot of times, I'm just trying to define. So in daily, let's say you want to step out for a function. So somebody may feel that they don't need to carry so much. But if you're going far, you know that I may not be able to come back to base really quickly. Just like Afyong has explained, apart from the small bag that you're carrying to maybe match your dress or carry your essentials. Sometimes we have a backpack somewhere. Like me, I always have a backpack if I'm going far and I know that I'm not sure coming back, that has some other things. But that one you will never see because inside the car, inside somewhere. But I put things in the bag that is attached to the wheelchair. So just to establish that.
Thank you very much for that. And there is one thing that really struck me in what you just said was the fact that the bag which is underneath your wheelchair has, spanner and some things, other tools, handy tools to help tighten the chair in case there is a loose. And I think that is one important thing for women with disability, with spinal disability or physical disability, if I may put it that way. So if you've got a wheelchair and you do not consider putting some handle tools in your wheelchair bag, God help you when it loses on your way. Okay, thank you so much for that. Osaki, I want to ask you, that small sling bag you're carrying, what are the things that you carry in it?
Okay, thank you very much. When Kelechi was speaking, Kelechi, I give you thumbs up. I will never, because I use a crutches, so there's no way I can carry those things. So my bag usually, what is my phone, my ATM cards, what again? Pen and paper. What again? Not really much. Everything that could enter that bag, that's what it is. But major is phone, ATM cards, pen, paper. I'm looking at that. Even my glasses can never. Okay, I have another smaller bag that the glass. I can attach the glass inside there, my eyeglass. I think that's all. And maybe key holder or something. My house key or something. That's all. So something
So,
I
I mean,
already.
when you go out, do you carry essentials, maybe body essentials?
No, hell no. I don't carry a lot. I do everything at home before going out, because this is that the bag to me is a load. I won't lie. I'm struggling moving. You understand? So carrying another thing, again, no, I must make sure that bag is not heavy. Because eventually, if what is heavy, I don't even carry it. And most times, just for me to be able to walk a little faster, I must still call for help. Please carry my bag for me. So I end up not carrying the bag. So it's only when there's nobody, then maybe I'll not manage and carry the bag. And my step will be slower than tortoise. So you imagine the uncomfortable when it comes to bag. People that use crutches like me. I think bag, no. For me, no.
I had to ask that question pointedly at Osaki because she is a polio warrior who uses crutches. And so, I mean, you can imagine someone having to deal with their crutches on a hand, and then having to deal with bags and themselves on another hand. It's quite a whole lot there. So that was why I needed to ask that for clarification. For me, as a visually impaired person, bag, maybe before I gave birth, bag was more of a fashion statement. I love big bags and small bags. I really don't like anything medium. Even clothes that are medium, I don't like it. Either it is long or short. So I mean, it was more of a fashion statement. But after I gave birth, it now became like a necessity. You are going out, you have to go with the diaper, wipes, this, that, one extra cloth, one baby oil, one this, one. So it went beyond just a fashion statement. And I now have to carry big bags that can fit in my keyboard, my external keyboard, which I use in typing on my phone, to ensure that my chatting and texting is fast and smooth. It's something I have to do. So whatever bag I'm buying has to contain that. But my keyboard is always my priority. As long as the bag can contain my keyboard, it will contain every other thing I have. So that for me is an essential that must go into my bag, my power bank, my earpiece, because I do not want to be out there and my phone is talking and people are staring at me like I just dropped from the sky and they are trying to say your phone is ringing, when in actual sense it's just trying to tell me what is on the screen. So I have to go with it. It's an essential that must be in my bag.
All right, Tommy. What I even prefer is pocket. If I have pockets in my clothes, I think I'm good to go. That's how I can move. And I make sure it's not as heavy as what I would imagine or expect. So once I have pockets, even I don't have pockets, that's when I struggle, like, where will I put that? Once I have pockets in my bag, I'm good to go.
Okay.
So you assumed that you knew what was inside my bag, but that's fine. I just wanted to establish that. Yes, you made a huge, mighty assumption, but it's fine. Let's be assuming that. I wanted to mention something about experimentation. So So I found out that because I like bags, I have bags. I have different colors, white, blue, black. I have bags. I like bags. So, but I had to do a lot of experimentation with the size of the bag that was functional with my wheelchair, because I found out that if the bag is too big, it was a nuisance, no matter how fine it is. And then I found out that if the bag is too small, it's also a nuisance because it will not do much for me. So these are the kind of sizes. I have to show my bags. Sorry. And I'm blurred. So size of bags, I can show you different ones. So the idea is the bag is just right, and then it stays. It's small. I'm describing for Toby saying. So it just fits like this, and then if I put it on my palm, on my legs, it will never fall. Yeah. Yes. I just because you may look very simple, but somebody there maybe has always wanted to carry bag and has not got that. So I'm on blood. So this size, so that if I just drop it on my leg, I will not think again. It will not fall off from my leg and all that.
All right. Thank you very, very, very much. Okay. So as a woman with a disability, I mean, we've all agreed that whether you use your pocket, whether you carry a big bag, whether you make use of the bag attached to your wheelchair, you must carry something as a woman with a disability. So I want us to go around with 2 essentials each that is peculiar to our disability. 2 essentials each that even if it is squeezing it into your pocket, it must be there somewhere, somehow. So I'll start this time with Constance. What are those 2 things, especially in relation to your disability, that is contained in your bag?
Okay, thank you, Tommy Singh. It's more than 2 for persons with albinism, but let me.
Okay, so for persons with albinism, if you can make it quick, you can give us more than 2. If you can make it quick.
Okay, so the first one is sunscreen. Then the chapstick for the lips that contains SPF, and then our recommended glasses.
Thank you very much. By the way, SPF means sunlight protection, right?
Sun protection formula.
Okay. I said factor. Thank you very much. Afyon, give us 2 essentials for disability in your bag.
Okay. I must make sure I never forget my catheter. I cannot forget catheter and a urine bag. If I don't have anything else, those 2. And then probably hygiene supplies, like I have soap, liquid soap, an aliquot somewhere, and then sanitizer and wipes, so that once I can take care of myself, toilet wipes, everything else is okay.
All right, thank you very much for that one. Kelechi, 2 essentials peculiar to your disability in your bag.
Okay, I have my my toolkit for my wheelchair, and I have a fanciful looking wetting bowl, so that I can always because I can't use the average toilet or the toilet every other person uses. So I have a container that I'll have to pee into so that I can empty it. Yeah, so it has to be in my bag, yeah.
Thank you very much. So, Osaki, do you have any item you carry?
Okay, peculiar to my kind of disability, polio warrior. Not really much, but I could just say I should have tissue or a wipe and a hand sanitizer. Nothing so peculiar of that. Just those 2 is okay. It could be in my bag, but of the toilet system. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now to you, Frankie.
Okay, for me, it's phone, so that I can call for help. I cannot shout. So, so that if anything happen anywhere, let me tell you something that happened to me. I was generally going somewhere to go and pee, to empty my bag, and my tire entered inside a hole and refused to come out. In the mini castor wheel, I did all the tricks in the book. The tire said, "No, ma, you are here with me." Thank God. Thank God I was with phone. Oh, I would have been there because it was at the back. I brought our phone. Then I started calling and calling and calling. Finally, somebody picked. I was like, Frankie, where are you? He said, my people, I be enter one bush backyard. I beg, come and rescue me. That's how they came and found me. So isn't this for, please, it's not a luxury, it's an essential. So for me, it's phone and then power bank. Because when you need help, you cannot be shouting. You'll be on your own. So phone.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so for me, my guide cane is usually folded in my bag. Especially these days, I go out with a guide. And so in my head, I'm just thinking, okay, what if the guide needs to excuse herself, to step away for some time? I just need that guide cane to be with me somehow so that somebody will not come and stumble on me and say, hey, Shay, you did not see me. And that's because I'm not with my guide cane. So my guide cane is one necessity that has to be in my bag. And then another necessity that has to be in my bag is my earpiece and my keyboard for my phone. I mean, my own phone is also my office. And so I need to attend to people. I need to attend to messages on the go. Sometimes I'm in a public bus and I'm typing away on my keyboard and I'm less concerned about every other thing, around me at that time. So I think that those are two essentials that you would always find in my bag. You would always find it in my bag. So thank you very much, ladies. So just as a means of concluding this episode on bags, I want us to, advise women with disabilities out there on, comporting themselves with their bags, what they need to carry. How can your bag, as a woman with disability, be that comfort? Because many a times, we are not looking at our bags for fashion. We are looking at it for comfort and, something to help us out. So what advice would you be giving out there to, different women with disabilities concerning their bags? Thank you. I'll start this time out with Afyong, Saki next, Kelechi, Constance, and Frankie.
Okay, thank you. I will just say number one, depending on your type of disability. First of all, don't just carry a bag for bag's sake. It's good to be stylish if you can afford to, but see how you can combine style and function so that you don't find yourself at a disadvantage wherever you're going. You can sometimes, like Frankie said, if she hadn't carried her phone, and some I've experienced that I've been locked in the toilet before. I've been locked in the toilet and I left my phone in my office when I went there, and I had to keep banging on the door whenever I had someone passing on the corridor until somebody now came and helped me out. So as a person with disability, you can find yourself at a disadvantage at any time. So make sure your bag is something that carries the things you will need. Don't wait until you now get somewhere and then something happens and you're like, please, can I borrow? Please, do you have? Someone like me, nobody will give you catheter. Nobody will give you urine bag. You will pee on yourself. Nobody will give you. So just know your peculiarities and plan for them. Your bag should be your BFF, your best friend, wherever you're going. It takes care of you so that you don't, it minimizes the risk of you, being stranded.
Thank you very much.
Okay, one advice I will say for me is check the kind of bag you're carrying, that the stripes are strong or they are well chained. Because I've had an experience before whereby I carried a bag, I didn't know that it was loose or it's broken. and the bag costs on the way. Like, can you imagine that? So everything just land on the floor. Wow. And somebody wants to help me now. Where will you help me from? And I'm already used to school carry my bag for me. So it's easier if the hand is still okay, than when they are carrying the bag and the hand is broken or something else. So for women with disability, please check whatever you're carrying, that the carriage it's strong, the handle or whatever it is still in good shape, so that whoever that wants to help you, for that kind of person, or for even you that's on a wheelchair to carry it yourself, you'll still be happy and it's comfortable for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I love that angle of the handle, because I mean, okay, so this is not like an handbag, maybe a shopping bag, and then you would know that when you fill it up as a visually impaired person, I can't carry it on my carry it on my hand, and somebody's probably not even familiar with walking you through, and then the person is almost dragging you, not considering that you're carrying something heavy. And so the handle or something just bam. You can imagine, here you are, you can't even begin to pick yourself. So it could be very embarrassing sometimes. Thank you very much for that one. Kelechi.
Okay, the knapsack bag never goes wrong, especially because when I was even on crutches, I used to use the knapsack bag. Now that I'm on the wheelchair, I use the knapsack bag as well, and I use like a sports bag with very strong hands. I use the same set of things even when I was on crutches and now, apart from the wetting ball. So I try to get my things and make sure that they are the smallest in size. For instance, I get tired when sitting for long. So like this is my neck rest. Look at it, very small. So if I want to use it, I have to blow air into it. Then of course, like my hand fan, see how small it is. Okay, so I open it up, and my water flask is like a 50 cl, as small as possible. So all the things I get, if there's any invention of something smaller, I try to buy it as well. So I have the same set of things, but in a smaller package.
Unit.
I don't know. What was the next question? What was the question again?
Okay, so I was saying that you advise women with disabilities out there on, dealing with their bags.
Okay, yeah, of course. Having the essential tools, hygiene sets are a must, because they're a must. Like I said, the wetting, the baby wipe, like intimate wipe, maybe your power bank, also in a small size. Your mouth spray, and what else? Yeah, a good bag. Just have your kits and
okay, so for you, it's packing what would keep you hygienic, what will keep you more like a personal upkeep till you come back into your comfort zone. And that's also very essential. And if you can afford to get the smaller units, because I mean, one thing for persons with disabilities, women with disabilities, is the load. Now, when it's too heavy, having to deal with your crutches, having to deal with your wheelchair, having to deal with your white cane, and you are still carrying a heavy bag, is a whole lot. So if you can get smaller units, that would be preferable. Thank you very much, Kelechi. Constance, your final thoughts.
Okay, so my final words out there to women with disabilities: ensure you get a comfortable bag, a bag that can accommodate all that you need, all that is necessary. And then for all women out there, I advise that we also have sanitary pads in our bag. They're not necessarily for you, but for another woman out there who might need it. Thank you.
Well, I think it might also be necessary for us as women with disabilities, because I mean, okay, so for someone like me who is a visually impaired, I know I've had one experience like that. I mean, my period just showed up unannounced, and here I am, soiled already, walking like I don't even care. Meanwhile, I don't even know. So it took, someone close by to tap me and say, "Madam, you're stained." And then I'm just looking at myself like, okay, what will I now use? By Okay, so for people who sit on wheelchair, you would understand that you can still cover the shape small before you reach out. But for me, there are people who not be like, hey, yeah, it's because she cannot see. That's why she did not know that she has stained. So please, it might be something you want to carry. And like Constance rightly pointed, if you are not carrying it for yourself, you might carry it for another woman who will be badly in need of it. Thank you very much, Constance, for that one. Frankie, your final thoughts.
Okay, thank you very much. So for me, I would say it's easy to fill up your bag and then forget about the bag, and it becomes a habit to just carry the bag and go, carry the bag and go. My sister out there, let's empty the bag. Just empty it to shock you what has happened down. Just help me empty your bag.
Biscuit crumbles.
You may have bought chewing gum a long time ago and you don't remember. Empty your bag. So I'm going to encourage to keep your bags clean. Don't be that lady that the bag fell and we did not know where to keep our faces because your bag fell and poured. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I don't know why this Lagbaja song keeps coming to my mind, and I can't even remember the title of the song. That's the funniest thing. I think it has to do with Joma Otto Gra Gra. Don't remember. It might be a video you need to watch and see nails that carpenters used to use falling out of a woman's bag. Only God knows what you'll be using it for. So thank you very much, ladies, on the show today. I hope women with disabilities out there, have picked one or two essential tips that you can use in dealing with your bags. You know, try to retrace your thoughts if you've not been carrying your personal effects or your personal essentials peculiar to your kind of disability. If you've not been carrying them out, it might be the time for you, because you never can tell when it will come handy and you wouldn't have to be embarrassed after all. Once again, thank you, ladies. Afion, Freki, Constance Osaki, and our guest in the house, Kelechi. Let's do this again next week, Saturday, when we bring the people another interesting episode of Bold TV. If you would like to reach out to us, do that via all the channels on the screen. And remember to like, comment, and share our videos on Facebook and on YouTube. Share within your networks far and wide. We appreciate those shares, those likes, those comments that we've been getting so far. And we want to urge you to continue to support us with those features. Thank you so much for joining us today. Till we meet again next week, ladies, unmute your mic and say goodbye.
Bye.
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 See you. See you next week. Empty your bag. Check your bag well. Bye.
This is Bold TV.